Hi, welcome everyone, and this is the Big Data online course with extremely high quality content. And I have tried my best to give good quality so that this will help everybody to give an upliftment in your careers. So this course will be extended to more than three 2 to 3 months, and this full-fledged big data course it contains a bunch of optimization techniques especially designed to help you to crack top big data companies with ease, and all aspects are related to big data, Hadoop, Spark, Scala, big data on AWS cloud are covered in depth. And also I will be giving few live project real-time projects at the end of this course also. So stay connected and be consistent in attending the training, and let's move on to the course. And in the end of this in this course I'm just giving a brief introduction on big data, and also will at the end of this particular video I will be sharing what all the things we will be completing by the end of this complete course. Okay, and let me this is a course like introduction to big data. So what is big data? Before we get into the introduction to big data, you first need to know what is data. The quantities, characters or symbols on which the operations are performed by a company, which may be stored and transmitted in the form of electrical signals and recorded on magnetic, optical or mechanical recording media. So the on any operations which has been performed in the company which contains the quantities, characters or symbols are transmitted in the form of electrical signals. So that is called as data. So now what is big data? Big data is a collection of data. It is a large amounts of data, that is data that is in huge volume yet growing exponentially with time. It is a data with so large and complexity that none of the traditional data management tools can store it or process efficiently. So when the data grows bigger or when the data grows exponentially, then it is called as big data, and big data is just the data but with huge size. And for that we require advanced tools, advanced things to analyze and process the data. That's all we are going to learn in this particular video. Okay, now let me give you with some examples of big data. The examples of big data, when we when I want to say like is the simple social media or the Facebook or Twitter that you uses. This social media, even it is if it is a Facebook, it shows that more than 500 terabytes of new data are get ingested into the database of social media site Facebook. So this data is this data is generated in terms of photo and video uploads, even message exchanges. Even when you put any comments or when you upload photos, those data will be ingested into the databases of social media. So when numerous or millions of users started uploading information, uploading messages or uploading pictures and even commenting, those data will be huge. And this shows, the statistic even shows there are more than 500 terabytes of new data are getting ingested every day. So that is big data example from social media. And when we talk about the stock exchange, and if I talk about New York Stock Exchange, this generates around nearly 1 terabyte of new trades of data, more than new trade of data every day. And another example is a jet engine. The jet engine can generate 10 plus terabytes of data in 30 minutes of flight time. So with how many, like, just assume how many flights are going every day, and the generation of data reaches up more than petabytes. So, and that's an example of big data. And now moving on to the types of big data. There are three types of big data: structured, unstructured, and semi-structured. And from the picture itself, you will be able to know clearly, you can identify what is structured, unstructured, and semi-structured. When we look into the structured, these data can be stored, accessed, and processed in the form of fixed format, and there will be a fixed format for structured data. And over the period of time, the kind of data which and also the format is well known in advance. So however, nowadays we are foreseeing issues when a size of such data grows to a huge extent. Typical sizes are being in the range of zettabytes. All these data, the data which can be stored, accessed, and processed in the form of some particular format, that is fixed format, is termed as the structured data. And when I give an example of the structured data, if you have the employee details, a table which has the employee details, which has the employee ID, employee name, gender, department, and if it is a salary, if that particular thing is structured data. And what is unstructured data? Unstructured data is in the form of structure, that is, it is an unknown form. In addition to the size being huge, the unstructured data poses multiple challenges in processing the data, and also by deriving the value out of it. And the typical example of the unstructured data is that if we take the data from Google or from Facebook, which has the new heterogeneous data that contains a combination of text files, images, videos, etc. So what we have to do is we have to derive the value out of the unstructured data, which is in the raw form, to make the structure of the data more understandable. So like as I said, the example of when we do a Google search, the output returned by Google search will be different. That many things, like from many websites, those information are also ingested in the database through as unstructured one. And third one is semi-structured data. The semi-structured data can contain both the forms of data. We can see semi-structured data as a structured form, but it is actually not defined in example, like semi-structured data is a data which has been represented as an example in an XML file. So we will get into know about all these structured, unstructured, and semi-structured data in the coming videos. So you just want to know like what is structured, unstructured, and semi-structured here. So no need to dig into more into it. And now what is the data growth? Data growth over the years. If we can understand this web application data, which is unstructured, which consists of log files, transaction file history, and the data is stored in relations of tables. So all the unstructured and structured data you can see here, it's an exponential growth from 2010 until it, and also we can't even imagine how much data will be there in 2030. So you should understand the value of taking your career to big data. And the characteristics, the next we will explain about the characteristics of big data. And the characteristics of big data mostly are like we can give it as 4 V's, like 5 V's most probably. The first one is volume, variety, value, velocity, and veracity. And the volume, as the name suggests, what is volume? The big data, it has the huge amount of data. So as the name suggests, the size of data plays a very crucial role in determining the value out of data. So whether particular data can actually be considered as a big data or not, or is it depends upon the volume of data. So volume is one of the main characteristics while dealing with big data. The second one is variety, the different formats of data from various sources. Variety refers to the different sources and the nature of data, both structured and unstructured. As we explained about the structured and unstructured data earlier, when we considered earlier days, the spreadsheets and databases were the only source of data considered by most of the applications. Nowadays, the data are in the form of emails, videos, photos, PDFs, audio, etc. And also we are considering those data also for analysis. This variety of unstructured data poses certain issues of storage, mining, and analyzing data. So variety is also an aspect of big data. And the third one is value. This refers to the exact useful of data, like this inconsistency where which the value extract the useful, how much data is useful or how much useful data can be extracted. So the velocity is the term refers to the speed of the generation of data, how fast the data is generated and processed to meet the demands determines the real potential in the data. So big data velocity deals with the speed of accumulation of data flows in the forms such as sources like business processes, application logs, networks, and social media sites, and even from mobile devices. The flow of data is massive and continuous. And next comes the veracity. This refers to the inconsistency and the uncertainty in the data, which can be shown by data at times, thus hampering the process of being able to handle and manage the data effectively. Now let's talk about the benefits of big data processing. Ability to process big data brings in multiple benefits, such as business transformation. A business can utilize outside intelligence while taking decision. Access to social data from search engines and sites like Facebook, Twitter, and enabling organization to fine-tune their business strategies. And competitive advantage, innovation, lower costs, improved customer services, like traditional customer feedback systems are getting replaced by new systems designed with big data technologies. In these new systems, we can see the big data and natural language processing technologies are being used to read and evaluate the consumer responses. So the benefits like the early identification of risk to the product of services, if any, and also better operational efficiency. So that, and also better decision with respect to the organization, increased security. So finally, the big data technologies can be used for creating a staging area or landing zone for new data before identifying what data should be moved to the data warehouse. In addition, such integration of big data technologies and data warehouse helps an organization to afford infrequently accessed data. So finally, I want to give a simple definition of big data. Like, big data is defined as data that is huge in size, and big data is a term used to describe the collection of data that is huge in size and yet growing exponentially with time. The other things we have discussed here is about the big data and examples, like we have explained about social media, Facebook example, New York Stock Exchange, and the data of jet engine. And then big data could be structured, unstructured, and semi-structured. So also we have spoken about the characteristics of big data, like veracity, volume, variety, value, and velocity. And finally, I have give you some advantages of big data analytics. So this all we covered the introduction in big data. From next courses we will dig into more things, and other technical things we are looking into in the coming courses are Hadoop, Apache Spark, Hive, Kafka, Azure, AWS, Cassandra, Scoop, HBase, Spark Streaming, MySQL, and Python. These all will be discussed in the coming courses, so don't miss to subscribe the channel, and I will be posting the next video soon. Thank you for watching.